Currently, there are 1,025 total Pokemon. Of those 1,025, there are currently only 208 of them actually in Pokemon Champions. With the Pokemon World Championships coming up and Regim City hopefully coming around early September, that got me thinking, what Pokemon should be added next season? So today, I'm going to be going over 5 Pokemon that I want to see added in Regulation MC. This list is in no particular order, and I'm going to be talking about what they could do in the metagame, and then also a breakdown of the Pokemon. Before we get into the list, the honorable mention goes to Alolan Sandslash. Alolan Sandslash would be the first usable Slush Rush user. Sorry, Beartic fans. Slush Rush doubles the user's speed in snow, and Alolan Sandslash uses this ability to hit opponents with its dual typing of Ice and Steel. Having one Pokemon that can hit Pokemon like Garchomp and Sylveon for super effective damage is really nice. And with the honorable mention out of the way, onto the list. The first Pokemon I want added is Kilowattrel. Kilowattrel would be an amazing support Pokemon. It has similarities to another Pokemon currently in Champions, that being Aerodactyl. They're both fast flying types whose main role is to set up Tailwind and support the team with damage, but they differ in their secondary typings. Unlike Aerodactyl, Kilowattrel is also an electric type. Special electric Pokemon are practically non-existent in Pokemon Champions, and strong, meta-relevant ground types like Garchomp and Excadrill don't help either. With Kilowattrel being both electric and flying type, it's not weak to ground types that other electric types are weak to. Electric and flying are a fantastic type combo offensively. Electric alone hits the majority of the metagame for super effective damage. Pokemon such as Basculegion, Mega Charizard Y, Mega Staraptor, and Mega Aerodactyl are threatened by Kilowattrel's electric moves. And flying moves hit the grass type Pokemon that would otherwise be resistant to electric, such as Venusaur, Whimsicott, and Sinestro. Kilowattrel has 2 viable abilities. Volt Absorb, which if a Pokemon with Volt Absorb gets hit with an electric move, instead of taking damage, it gets healed instead. This gives Kilowattrel effectively 2 immunities to electric and ground. The second and most used ability is Competitive. Competitive boosts special attack by 2 if the Pokemon gets its stat lowered by an opponent. Competitive is used over Volt Absorb more times than not, because Intimidate Pokemon like Incineroar are very common in VGC. Next is Galarian Darmanitan. Galarian Darmanitan would be a great physical Ice-type Pokemon, something that Pokemon Champions is currently lacking. Galarian Darmanitan is a pure Ice-type with a unique signature ability. Guerrilla Tactics boosts Galarian Darmanitan's attack, but in return, Galarian Darmanitan can only use one move until it switches out. If this sounds familiar, you're right. This is exactly what the Choice Band does. In fact, Guerrilla Tactics attack boost is identical to Choice Band. Currently in Champions, we don't have many strong physical ice types. The only one is Weavile, but I think Galarian Darmanitan would be better. For one, Galarian Darmanitan's stats are overall better. It has a higher attack stat plus Guerrilla Tactics, and because Galarian Darmanitan's HP is so much higher than Weavile's, it makes Galarian Darmanitan effectively bulkier, though it is slower. At least it doesn't have a 4 times weakness to fighting. If you think that's all, then you would be wrong. Galarian Darmanitan also gets insane coverage. Because of Galarian Darmanitan Zen mode is a fire and ice type, it gets access to Flare Blitz. Earthquake, Hammer Arm, Stone Edge, and Rock Slide are other coverage moves that it gets. Now, compared to Weavile, which mostly gets Ice and Dark moves, the only non-stab moves that are notable are Low Kick, Poison Jab, Shadow Claw, and X-Scissor. Now granted, having a secondary stab in Dark is nice, but I think that Galarian Darmanitan more than makes up for it with everything I just said. As a final note, starting in Scarlet and Violet, Hail was changed to Snow, and if you didn't know, Snow boosts the defense stat of Ice types on the field. Galarian Darmanitan has never been in a game with Snow, so I also want to see him in the game just to see how good Snow would make him. Coming in at number 3 is Jumpluff. Don't let Jumpluff's cute and fluffy demeanor and mediocre stats fool you. It actually has a ton of results in VGC. Jumpluff's common partners are Torkoal, Groudon, and Koraidon. What do all of these Pokemon have in common? They all set up the sun. This works in tandem with its ability Chlorophyll, which doubles Jumpluff's speed in the sun. But okay, Jumpluff is super fast, but what does it actually do? Everything. Except damage. Don't use Jumpluff for damage. Jumpluff has a wide supportive move pool, including but not limited to Tailwind, Rage Powder, Sleep Powder, Helping Hand, Strength Sap, Encore, Light Screen, Reflect, Sunny Day, Pollen Pluck, Baton Pass. You get the point. Jumpluff has a lot. Although if you didn't want Jumpluff, I wouldn't really blame you, because this would be a considerable buff to Mega Charizard Y teams. Having one Pokemon with Tailwind, Rage Powder, Sleep Powder, and Chlorophyll would make Charizard Y teams unbelievably better. So maybe don't add Jumpluff just yet. Coming in at number 4 are two Pokemon, but they're super similar, so I'm counting them as one. Nidoking and Nidoqueen. They would fill the role of being the first strong non-mega special ground type. Now I know what you're thinking, but Adrian, both Nidoking and Nidoqueen have a higher physical attack. While yes, that is true, I haven't mentioned their ability. Sheer Force boosts the power of moves with secondary effects by 30%, but removes those secondary effects. Now let's compare the base power of Nidoking and Nidoqueen's strongest physical ground and poison moves versus the strongest special ground and poison type moves that they learn. Earthquake has a base power of 100, which is stronger than Earth Power's base power of 90, but with the 30% boost from Sheer Force, Earth Power goes from 90 to 117. It's a similar story for Poison Jab versus Sludge Bomb, but Sludge Bomb is already stronger than Poison Jab. These two moves aren't the only moves where it happens. Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, and Flamethrower are run because they are much stronger than their physical counterparts. The combination of Earth Power and Sludge Bomb threatens a majority of the metagame. Earth Power hits meta staples like Incineroar, Kingambit, Sneasler, Archaludon, Goldango, Mega Raichu Y, Mega Metagross, Mega Tyranitar, and so many more. Poison is used to hit way fewer Pokemon, but still being able to hit Fairy types for super effective damage is really good, especially with Pokemon like Sylveon and Mega Floette, which are meta staples. And the last Pokemon I want in Regulation MC is Breloom. Breloom would fill the role of a strong physical grass type and a Spore user. Being a mushroom Pokemon gives it access to the move Spore, a move that is a staple in VGC. Spore is quite simple, a 100% accurate move that puts your opponent to sleep. Now, as simple as it sounds, we've all lost games because a Venusaur hits a sleep powder, and that's 75% accurate. Now imagine if it was 100% accurate. That would be insane. Anyways, back to Breloom. Breloom is a grass and fighting type with the ability Technician, which boosts the power of moves with a base power of 60 or less. This works great with its most common stab moves, Mach Punch and Bullet Seed. Currently in Pokemon Champions, there aren't a lot of options for grass attackers, let alone physical grass attackers. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Wouldn't Rillaboom be better?
Yes I am.
But I don't want Rillaboom in the game just yet. And I know what the rest of you are thinking. But Adrian, Amoonguss is better. Which is also true. But I also don't want Amoonguss in the game just yet. TLDR. Breloom's best chance to shine is before they add all of the best grass types to Pokemon Champions. And that's 5 Pokemon I want in Pokemon Champions. Well, technically 6, but whatever. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, then you probably think my videos are good enough. So maybe, could you leave a like and maybe, just maybe subscribe? Pretty please. Let me know in the comments down below what Pokemon you want in Reg MC. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.